Let's bring you an update. We've been speaking to an inspirational guest on the show. This is Matthew White. He was somebody who, at the age of 39, got the shocking diagnosis of an incurable brain tumour. Just a seizure while playing football. He's a dad of two. He works in the NHS, and we've been catching up with him throughout his journey. Now, over the weekend, he's going to be taking part in Race for Life. We'll hear more about that in just a second. But first, let's just hear a reminder of the moving film that he made for Stand Up to Cancer, the joint fundraising campaign from Cancer Research UK and Channel 4.
I learned really quickly that brain tumours are the biggest cancer killer of adults and children under 40 years old. Only about 12% of people survive for 5 years. I'm not too proud to admit that I'm scared. And some days it's easier than others. Some days it feels like it's impossible. Where the radiation's going in, I've been losing a lot of hair, but it's not the worst thing. It's making me wonder every day what I'll wake up and feel like. When I look in the mirror, sometimes I don't see myself. I'm not going to pretend it's easy because it's not. But I've come a long way. Climbed the mountain and got down again from brain surgery. I've climbed the mountain of radiotherapy, but I'm looking at the biggest mountain now. I think about my children's future every single day. All the things they'll achieve, all the places they'll go. The reason why I'll be able to take that medicine is because hopefully it will buy me some time. So I don't have to miss all the memories I haven't yet made with my children.
Oh, Matthew joins me in the studio now. You got your hair back?
I have got my hair back.
How long ago did you make that?
That was kind of made in the first year of treatment. So from about January 2024 through to kind of the late summer of that year, and it went on TV that autumn in October. So it was kind of really in the depths of the dark days of the treatment, when things were extremely unpredictable, when the treatment was extremely invasive.
You were told that you didn't have long to live at one point, weren't you?
Yeah. At first there was discussion of months, and basically, let's get through the first few months and we'll see where it takes us.
How's life now compared to life then when you made that film?
It's very different. You still kind of live with this kind of aura, if you like, of the diagnosis all around you. It's there, and it will never go away. But life is different. I've come through a lot, and since the last time I was on, a lot has even happened just in that time. Having completed chemotherapy, an entire year's worth of chemotherapy as it was in the end, and the tumour is now stable. And you mentioned that I worked in the NHS, and I've even started going back to work.
But that's weird though, isn't it? As you said in that film, going from being somebody that's working in the NHS to being one of those patients, that's a difficult change to make.
Yeah, it really is. And I think you, as a patient, you see the NHS through a completely different set of eyes. And it's been insightful, it's been inspiring, it's also quite scary at times. But, I'm happy to be slowly returning back to work. I've been given that chance and I'm going to take it. You see those patients, you never think you're going to be one of them. That's the thing, isn't it? We all think kind of that it won't be us, that we're the invincible ones. Absolutely, you do. You kind of separate yourself from it when you're in and out of hospital every day. You're working with clinical teams every day, trying to figure stuff out with them as I do in my role. And you do feel separate, and then all of a sudden, I wasn't separate anymore.
But life goes on. You got the kids to sort out. I mean, you've been popped in, and you were taking your daughter off to ballet. You've got all the school runs, the secondary school applications. All that still goes on.
It does. Life does absolutely just go on, and I think that's something that I've really learned about myself and people generally. That actually, you can face the unthinkable.
And you've done that, and you've inspired us here, but you've also been inspired by the people around you. I loved in that film the support that your wife has given you. I mean, just without her, I can imagine this would have been 100 times worse.
Absolutely, I think that's again a lot of what you learn in these kinds of scenarios, that you can almost do anything if you have the right people around you.
In terms of what now? We met and you were talking about chemotherapy, which you said was like the worst possible hangover you could ever imagine, and now you've stopped treatment, and that means that the tumour is stable. You don't know what it's going to do next. You know at some point it will start to possibly grow again. But that brings with it sort of different uncertainties and fears.
It does. As you said, the tumour is stable. I'm now in a period which they refer to as surveillance, so I'll be monitored regularly, have scans and blood tests, and still be able to access my oncology team and my nursing team. So, as I said, stability, surveillance, that is a good thing. But like everyone with a diagnosis like mine, there is always a but. We don't know how long it will remain stable for. One day treatment will start again, and eventually that treatment will stop working. And so it's a really uncertain world. But actually the way I'm really trying to look at it is to say there are also lots of new certainties. I'm certain I've learned so many lessons I'll need next time. I'm certain I'll get up when it will be easier to give up. And I will approach this next stage of living with a brain tumour with everything I've got.
And these are the motivational words you'll be sharing at Race for Life. You're going to get everybody going at the beginning. How are you feeling about that?
I mean, I am actually really, really, really nervous because it's such a powerful and emotive event. And the atmosphere is always completely wonderful. And it'll be another sunny day in the heart of the South Downs in Stammer Park. And, you know, that's quite a lot of pressure to carry. I'm just Matthew.
Well, good luck. And we'll look forward to catching up with you. And you must be looking forward to a lovely summer ahead without treatment, but still those scans.
Yeah, absolutely it is. It's about making the most of the time you have. And I will say that through when I was first became unwell, and it was the 19th of October 2023, and then the day my treatment was officially ended was the 10th of June 2025. And I counted every single day, and it was 599 days. I think when you're diagnosed with something like this, you just instinctively count. But the things to count are the things that are the good things, like how many times you woke up and felt okay, how many mornings you got up instead of giving up, how many times you felt like you, even for just a moment. They're the things to count, not the days that you suffer through.
And what's it like being back at work?
It's interesting. It's readjusting again. It's another transition to go through, and we're treating it as if I'm a new starter, because it's been 20 months since I first went off of work, and so I do feel a bit like a new starter. I'm trying to find out what's been going on, speak to my colleagues, re-engage with those colleagues. Some are new as well, so I'm meeting them for the first time, and that's the way I've approached it. I'm starting my job all over again.
We'll stay in touch. We love having you on the radio station. Thank you for coming in. Really good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Thank you
so much.
At 10 with the latest BBC News for Sussex, I'm Emily Jeffrey. The discovery of an unidentified liquid in a property in the centre of Eastbourne has led to police asking 160 households in the area to evacuate this morning. Officers were called to Hyde Road off Grove